Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It's me, Midnight, and in this episode we're going to be setting up our Minecraft Let's Play. I think I want to title it Let's Get Good at Minecraft. In this we're going to kind of go through Minecraft. We're going to try to go through, defeat the Ender Dragon, go through the end, get shulkers and the elytra, and then just go from there. I want to get good at building, I want to get good at making farms, I want to get good at redstone. I really just want to get better at the game. So that's why it's going to be titled Let's Get Good at Minecraft. So let's go ahead and jump in. We're going to jump into single player and we're going to hit create new world. And we're going to title this world Let's Get Good at Minecraft. It's going to be the title of our series. We're going to leave it in normal. We're going to leave it in survival. I am going to change the difficulty to hard. I am going to turn commands on. I do not plan on using them. Just they're there if we have them. Or if we need them for anything like that, like the game glitches and we don't have any way to. We're going to leave our world type as default. I haven't picked a random seed. We're probably just going to do the same as the title and see what we get. So let's do Let's Get Good at Minecraft again. If I can type. Sorry about that. That's going to be our seed title. We're going to leave generate structures on and we're going to leave bonus chests on. We're going to go to more and we're going to go to game rules. I really don't like it when I play a game and then there's a pool of lava and it just completely burns down a whole forest. So we're going to turn fire spread radius to off. We're going to leave, keep inventory off. I do also like to change the rule where when like the creeper explodes, it destroys all the blocks. So we're also going to turn that off. And that's really going to be all we play with here. We're going to hit done and we're going to hit create new world. And we're going to see what we get. So it looks like we have a desert / badlands biome as our spawn point. And we have a coral reef there. I do want to go ahead and grab this cactus. I'm going to break the cactus itself so it doesn't destroy the flower as well. I probably shouldn't waste my inventory space on that, but I'm going to, even though, again, it's probably not smart for me to do so. Let's look at our F3 to figure out close to where we started. So our starting chunk coordinates are 26 on the x-axis and 65 on the z-axis, and that's where we're going to keep that for our spawn chunks. Now I do know that if you want to build farms that you want to be running when you're not in the area, you want them built in your spawn area. So that's why those are important to remember. Let's see what we got around here. I do kind of want to find a village. That's one of the things I want to find early, just so we have a place to stay. I do tend to like to play with villagers. I use them to get all of my armor and stuff, but I don't think I'm actually going to do that this time. I think I'm going to try hard to not do that. Things for like mending books I probably will, since you can't really get those through the enchantment table. Maybe Unbreaking 3 as well. But most of the stuff I'm going to try to not use villagers for. But like I said, we are just going to try to find a village here and see where we go. I know I can do like /seed. That was another reason for having cheats on, is if you don't have that on, I don't believe you can use the /seed command to figure out what your seed is, which I will actually do right now to show you all the seed. That's our seed, 191-744-1457. That's what we've got, and we're going to see how it treats us. Let's go this way. I could go up on top of the mountain over there to get some wood. I don't know that I want to do that though. We'll just see where we go. But we do need to try and get a base set up. I think that's actually what we're going to have to do. Actually, those trees look decent over there, so let's go that way. We'll just see what we have. I do have a clickier keyboard. If that bothers y'all, y'all can let me know. I do tend to happen to like them myself. If it does bother you, I can try to figure something out. but currently with the setup I have, it's just the keyboard I have, and again, I like the sound myself. So we're probably going to end up keeping it, but again, if it bothers you, just let me know, and I'll see what I can do to dull down the noise. So it looks like we've got an acacia biome. Ooh, there's an abandoned mine shaft. Let's go down here and check these chests. Mine carts. A diamond, that's nice, and a golden apple. We're going to grab these. We're going to grab the torch. I really don't know that we need these rails, but we're going to grab them. Same thing. And we'll keep an eye in mind for where this is. We're going to come grab these sticks. The way I play the game is I try not to waste anything, so if there's anything laying around, we're going to take it. Especially if it'll despawn. That's why I'm not too worried about this minecart. This chest minecart here is because it's not an item dropped on the floor, so it's not going to despawn. We're not really equipped for taking on a mine shaft. If it does have a zombie, not a zombie spawner, a cave spider spawner. There's a skeleton. We do definitely need to get some wood and some armor going, but we're gonna, like I said, head for that acacia biome. Some iron, some glowberries, and some coal. It's nice as well. If you have any ideas for this series, you can also just let me know in the comments. Again, my goal overall is just to get good at the game. I've never been super bad at it as far as like other people I play with, but I'm not the greatest at it. There's definitely people who are much better than I am. So that's just my goal of the series overall. I'm gonna go ahead and eat some of this bread so my hunger stays up. I don't really want to eat it all, but I will if I have to. Let's get some wood here. It's gonna be our first task. We do already have the sticks, but let's go ahead and get some wood. And again, I try not to waste anything, so we're probably gonna try to grab all these saplings. But we don't get them, it's not a big deal. We're probably going to play to the first night and see how we go. Okay, so that's one tree. Let's make a crafting bench and an axe and a pickaxe so we can get some of the... Let's actually just make a pickaxe for now so we can get some cobble, and then we can take and get an actual axe, a stone axe. Again, I'm gonna grab these resources. I just don't like wasting items. I know it's probably not that big of a deal to most of you, but I might be a little OCD when it comes to stuff like that. So we're gonna grab some cobble right here. Hopefully we find some copper. I don't usually use copper armor, but I wanna, again, try to get better at the game. So if we can find copper, we're probably gonna try using some copper armor, some copper weapons, stuff like that. Let's see what we got down here. Don't want to go too far without any sort of weapons or anything like that. But we are going to grab this coal as well. Start getting some experience. I don't know whether I want to actually look on Chunkbase to see what the seed looks like between episodes, or if I would like to just go in blind, completely blind, not know anything about it. Which again, I don't know if I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do as far as that. Again, drop your comments on that if you think I should, if you think I shouldn't. It just depends on what we find tonight, how difficult it is to actually get where we need to be. Again, I did set it to hard difficulty. I didn't lock the difficulty, but... so we could always change it, but I don't really want to. I don't really like cheating in the game, even though I have cheats on. It's just not my cup of tea. All right, let's go back up. Let's see what we've got out around. The easiest source of food, because I like to keep everything sustainable, so the easiest source of food probably to begin with is going to be salmon. We're going to make one of those. We're going to make an axe. And then we're going to make a sword. Fix my hotbar. I kind of keep things at the end. I don't really know why. Pick this crafting bench back up. Come back over here, see if there's any more saplings that have dropped. I'm not sure if in the game you can hear my audio from the game, like my game sounds. I'm still trying to figure all this out. So if you can't, you can always just let me know. Ooh, there is a village over here. Sorry, that was kind of like a squirrel. I was going to say let's try to grab some, take the iron we got from those Minecraft chest minecarts. I'm sorry. I don't know why I struggle with that word so bad. And make some shears to get some wool, but it looks like we have a village. And while I don't really want to use the villagers to beat the game and defeat the Ender Dragon, I do really kind of want to keep the villagers safe. So I am going to go ahead and actually make these shears. I know I could just take a bed from the village, but I want to keep the villagers safe. And we're going to keep track of where this village actually is, so we can come back and use it later. Because after we actually beat the Ender Dragon, we'll come back and we'll do like a villager breeder, and we'll do a really good villager trading haul, probably. But until then, I want to beat the game without using the stuff from villagers too much. Because usually what I would just do is go through the villagers, get the armorer, the weaponsmith, or the toolsmith, and the weaponsmith or whatever. And take them and use them to get the tools and stuff that I need. So we are approaching nighttime. So what I would like to do is I would like to go through and loot this village. And then also, so we have a brewing stand, which is a good thing to keep track of, and lock the villagers in these houses. Because again, even though I don't want to use them for now, I do want them to remain safe. So like when this villager goes in here, we've got 2 villagers, so we're probably going to do that. We're probably also, so he doesn't pop out when he wakes up, do that. There is some copper down there, so we will grab that eventually. Let's see, do we have anything in these houses? There's a grindstone in there, which is important for later. Again, we're going to block these up. I know I could do the trick with, on hard difficulties, zombies can break down the doors. So I know I could do the trick with turning the doors to where they're technically open, which if you don't know that, I'll show you that eventually. Another brewing stand. It's where you put the door where when it's closed, it's technically open, so zombies think it's open and don't try to break it. That's a new one. Oh wait, no it's not. He's just on the roof. Can I push him off? Because again, I don't want him to, I want him to actually be safe and not die to zombies. So I would like for him to be locked in the house if possible. There we go. We'll just do that. I know baby zombies can get in there, but we're going to do that to keep them from popping out of that bed, because that's what that's for. And I'm going to grab one of these, a couple of these melons. I'll probably just leave one, that way I can come back and plant them later so I have something to eat. But this is, like I said, what I want to do. Because, like I said, I don't really want to use villagers to defeat the game or beat the game, but I do want to use villagers afterwards as, like, one of my steps in getting good at the game. Grab these seeds. I don't particularly want to deal with that creeper. We're going to come in here. We're going to check this chest. We're going to grab these. We're going to grab one of these, and we're going to put it on, actually, as part of our armor. I don't know why that made me jump so much, but, you know. Don't think there are any villagers up here. More chest. We're gonna leave that stuff for now. Defeat the zombie. Get some more experience. Again, we're gonna leave the compass. I don't really use compasses in the game. I try not to anyway. Let's see what we've got this way. Because again, I don't know how many villagers are in this village. nobody over here. Let's not deal with that creeper. I probably could take on the creeper. Definitely don't want to look at the Enderman. I don't want to have to fight him tonight. Iron Golem's putting in work up here. Looks like... No, I think it's just the farm messed it up. Alright, that appears to be all the villagers. This video is now approaching the 16-minute mark. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you'll like, comment, and subscribe. Again, I'm Midnight. If you have any suggestions for what we can do next episode, any ideas where you think we should do, ideas for bases, anything like that, just leave them in the comments below. Again, thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye!